This is a VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray and video game update for February 19, 2026. And by the way, yeah, this is MovieBoyMeister here, by the way. I think I've shown these in that update before, but these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 VHS tapes I've shown before, but I guess I'd show these again, and just in case if you didn't even forget about that update around January 18th. I'll go ahead and show these again, and then I will show this again because I actually got this little lamp right there, which I'll show in just a few, probably a few minutes. I also got a UMD movie, obviously enough, but go ahead and show these again, obviously enough. Now these 5 VHS tapes I got I think I got these last month in January of this year. But I'll go ahead and show these again, just to refresh your memory. And the top, well, to anyone who wants to have a better quality version of this onto the camera version of these on my Samsung A15 5G, I'll go ahead and show the 5 tapes here in that rose red one. I'll show the 5 tapes first before we get into these main ones right there. And yes, even this. So we're going to show these 5 tapes first, so anyone who wants to have a much better quality of these, see them in better quality, obviously, before we get to the main update here, and then show that rose red one later on, because I'm going to show something pretty neat, like that thing right there. So yep, anyways, go ahead and get to the 5 VHS tapes here. This one's not in the greatest condition though. The top has been ripped, sadly. And by the way, I will be showing these 5 tapes here in better quality from my Samsung A15 5G, by the way. So, yep. Universal movie codes of Beacon. This is the Universal Special Edition, by the way. Showing this in better quality. 31st week of 2001. That's the first one. Oops. Forrest Gump. There was supposed to be a sequel, Forrest Gump 2, but the movie, it got canceled. I don't know why. There was supposed to be a sequel to Forrest Gump, but it got canceled. Ah, well. Yeah. The first one would be a very good one, obviously. And this one does have a tiny bit of mold in it, but shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully the tape should still work. 13th week of 1995. Showing these in better quality before I start the main update, and then show that rose red one, obviously enough. This is a full round from Blockbuster. Blockbuster date is March 25th, 2002. TV movie originally aired on ABC in the US. I believe. I think. Not sure. It's full round from Blockbuster. 50th week of 2001. This is a TV movie about football, obviously. Finally got this tape in my collection. I also have this on DVD, and I also did the DVD opening and closing to this movie for Decoys. Canadian movie, released on VHS by Columbia TriStar. In Canada, is released by Crystal Films and Lionsgate Home Entertainment. This is the US VHS released from Columbia TriStar. I do know there's a Sony reprint of that, which I might try to get sometime. Or I might just keep this tape. The original tape. We'll see. Depends though. Might keep it for backup. You never know. 51st week of 2004. And I will definitely do the VHS opening and closing the Decoys, by the way. So, yeah. And the last tape to show in the better quality on that last update I did back in January of this year. Which I'll show for this update, which it doesn't really matter. Just anyone who want to have a better quality version of showing these. Demo tape of Wicked. Showing this into the camera. These are the ones I'll be showing again, obviously enough. Automatic Pictures movie released on VHS by Columbia TriStar. This one's 18A in Canada. Also with Flipped Out Productions right onto the copyright right there, obviously enough. Even though it does not mention it anywhere on the back. It is nowhere to be seen into the movie, obviously. Number 89. 22nd week of 2001. That's the VHS tapes I show in the better quality than the ones I did last month. So now, sorry if this video has been 5 minutes long now, but now we're going to go to the main update here. So sorry if it's taking so long. Obviously, I'm just trying to re-show these tapes here, and I'll show that rose red one just later on after I get to the main update done, because I'll show this little neat thing right there. It's actually a little lamp. So, yep. And it does come with a remote too, which I'll show probably in a few minutes after I get this update done. So, anyways, so I want to just show the tapes again that I did on that last update. To anyone having a better quality version of this. So, yeah. Sorry if it's taking so long. I know it's been like 5 minutes long, but I will do the update, obviously. So, here we go. And this is going to be a pretty rare update here. And the first one here is actually a rare, ultra rare demo tape VHS, which I'm going to show you right now. So, this tape is pretty rare. So, here we go. Look at that. Demo tape The Grudge on VHS. How cool is that? This is a pretty rare update. Look at that. Actually, there's a gatefold in there, which is pretty cool. Promotional copy not for sale or rent. This one I'll definitely do the opening and closing to, obviously. Just because, why not? Columbia Pictures movie, copies of Ghost House Pictures. This is the demo tape version of The Grudge, obviously. Very rare tape. There it is. Now, even though it has the Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo on the front, on the sides, and the back, this has a Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo right there on its text right there. No we can air code, but very rare tape, obviously. So, yep, I know someone has done the opening and closing opening to this, but for me, I will do the opening and closing to this, though, because I'll see if this has the silent widescreen of death at the end, so, yep. And now we'll get on to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 23 DVDs. Oh, yeah, 24 would count as the UMD right there. 1, 2, 3. 3 Blu-rays and 1 video game. Also showing that rose red one. Obviously enough, so here we go. And all these are from the flea market except, the Tri-Cities flea market, except for the ones I got off eBay. At least for some of them, obviously. Special edition of Dennis the Menace. Just a disc right there. Yep. Warner Bros. Movie, copies of Hughes. Yeah, Hughes right there. Pretty obvious. This isn't a double feature here. This has Jumanji and RV. Jumanji was a TriStar Pictures movie, copies of Interscope Communications and Turner Film. And RV was a Columbia Pictures movie, copies of Relativity Media, IMF, and Intermedia, also with Red Wagon Entertainment. And, yep, 2 movies on 1 disc, which, again, doesn't really bother me, alright? I think it's a good thing, actually. Well, I don't really care if it's 2 movies on 1 disc, so that's totally fine with me, obviously. This is the original DVD release of 8 Heads in the Duffel Bag. I also remember having the Dollar Tree version of this back in 2021, I think it was. The Dollar Tree version of this. Of 8 Heads in the Duffel Bag, obviously. Orion Pictures movie. Copies of Rank Film Distributors. This one's R in Canada, believe it or not. This one's R in Canada. And this one's widescreen and full screen, obviously. It's the disc right there. And the disc is pretty scratched up, obviously, but hopefully it works. I think I had like another copy of Hate Heads in the duffel bag. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been so long. When you have too many DVDs, obviously it's just like you got so many movies that you cannot find which ones that you haven't, obviously, because you got too many DVDs, obviously. So, anyways, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Case is not in the greatest condition. It broke, obviously enough. Polygraph Movie Coast of Summit Entertainment, SKA Films, and the Steve Tereshi Company. Even it has the Gramercy logo right there. Now, even though this is a 2003 right there, but I checked, this is a reprint from this is a 2003 reprint, so this is obviously a reprint from 2003, still used the 1999 DVD, obviously. So yeah, sorry if this video is taking so long, obviously enough, like almost 11 minutes long, because I had to re-show those tapes, these tapes right there from that last update to have them in better quality on my Samsung A15 5G, by the way. So, yep. Next two are Bad Boys films. Obviously, it's the first one. Special edition. Columbia Pictures movie, coast of Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer. Same for the second one. Yep, same for the second one here. Obviously enough, which we'll get to in just a second, actually. And there's also two other Bad Boys films, obviously, Bad Boys for Life and Bad Boys Ride or Die, which I do not have those yet. This one's in this very nice slipcover, obviously. This one's 18A in Canada. Two-disc set. That's a really neat looking poster right there. Scene selections. And you get the slipcover back on. Yeah, sorry if this video is like 13 minutes long now. That's why I had to show the tapes and obviously like that. So sorry if this video is taking so long. So that's my apologies for that. But I'm sure y'all sit back and enjoy doing this, obviously enough. So yep. Y'all just sit back and then relax and enjoy. Enjoy this entertainment of me doing this update and just doing my rambling. So anyways. Touchstone movie coast of Jerry Bruckheimer. Whoa. It's the disc right there. Coyote Ugly. I think I remember doing the opening and closing. Or was it just the opening to this movie? I think. Scene selection. Pretty cool cover of the nice hot ladies right there. Yeah. Gotta love that. So anyways. Here's the other one right here. Tropic Thunder. I know there's a director's cut version of this, which I might get sometime. I don't know when I might get it, but you never know. DreamWorks movie goes to Red Hour Films. And one of the things right there, the little things right there came right off. I hold the DVD case. Alright, next one here. Full screen edition of Austin Powers and Gold Member. Oh yeah. New Line Cinema movie goes to Graduate International Team Todd Moving Pictures. This is under the Affinity Film label, obviously. And another one with the Affinity Film label, Rush Hour 2. It's in this pretty nice red case, which is pretty cool. New Line Cinema movie. Once again, of course. Pretty cool. Infinity Film. Oh yeah. That's how you love that. Very nice, ladies. Let's see if I can get this back in here. Here we go. Alright, next one here. Another full screen DVD. Mean Girls. This movie I really want to check out sometime. I have not seen the 2024 version of this movie, obviously enough, so. Yep. There's a disc right there. Again, I want to check this movie out sometime. Next two, these are ones that are factory sealed. These I might do an unboxing videos too. This has Red Skelton Show. Obviously, you know I'm a big fan of Red Skelton, obviously, you know. Released on DVD by Time Life. And same for the next one here. This one's also factory sealed. Abbott and Costello. Or no, this is... Oh no, this is Lardall and Hardy. Oh, okay. I'm getting mixed up with Abbott and Costello and Lardall and Hardy. Obviously. So, yep. The next one here is another one. I think it's in the public domain. Betty Boop, Her Wildest Adventures. What a pretty girl. This one's in the public domain, obviously, you know. Released on DVD by Good Times. Now again to the horror DVDs and Blu-rays here, so here we go. Annabelle Comes Home. New Line Cinema movie covers Atomic Monster, The Saffron Company, and released by Warner Brothers. This is the Canadian version of the Bye Bye Man. In the US, it was released by Universal. SDX Entertainment movie covers the Los Angeles Media Fund, Interturret Pictures. Released on DVD by VVF Films in Canada. Since, obviously, this is the Canadian version of the Bye Bye Man, obviously. Might find the US version, just why not. Next one's in this double feature. This one has The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight and The Night of Terror Tower, which this one's my favorite one. Goosebumps, obviously. Spook Pack. Goes Scholastic. Again, I'd say the Night of Terror Tower one's easily my favorite one. There are the discs right there. Again, Night of Terror Tower is my favorite one, obviously enough. The next one here, here's Alone in the Dark. I know there's an unrated version of this, obviously enough. This movie I might check out sometime, even though there's the director right there, Yui Boll. I know he gets a lot of hate, but come on, Yui Boll's not that bad, honestly. I also have House of the Dead right there. House of the Dead. That's also directed by Yui Boll. I mean, he did House of the Dead. I mean, come on, that House of the Dead will not be a bad movie, obviously. I mean, Yui Boll is cool, man. Come on. This movie, this video is like 20 minutes long now. That's where I've been doing the rambling and all that. Because why not? It's my channel. I can do what I want. There's no problem with that, obviously. So, anyways. Lionsgate movie codes the Bowl, KG Productions, Herald Productions, and Bright Light Pictures. This is the theatrical cut of Alone in the Dark. And the next one here is in the... Oops. Dropped the game right here. Let me go ahead and pick it up right quick. I'll see y'all in just a second here. Alright, I'm back now, and the next one here is from Blockbuster. This is the prequel to The Exorcist. Obviously, I finally got this one. I also have the other Exorcist films, and it's new one right there. This is a 4L from Blockbuster, and this one actually has 2 Blockbuster dates on there, believe it or not. I'll see y'all in just a second. Let me go ahead and get this other Blockbuster sticker off, and I'll see y'all in just a second here. Alright, I'm back now, and here's what the other Blockbuster date looks like. 2 Blockbuster dates, January 16, 2006, and October 25th, 2005. This one's in the Blockbuster case. Morgan Creek movie released by Warner Brothers. It's a widescreen edition of Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist. Obviously, next one here is in the multi-pack. Masters of Terror. This one has Cursed, Halloween H2O, Dracula 2000, Dracula 2, Phantoms, Joan of Corn 5, Hellraiser Inferno, and The Faculty. Released on DVD by Echo Bridge. And obviously, yep, same thing again. Lots of movies on one disc, which you know that's totally fine by me. I don't really care. And what's cool though actually is the seller actually put these little inserts in here. Let's see if I can get them out here. Look at that. Phantoms. Insert. Cursed. And that lady looked pretty hot right there. Ads for other movies. Dracula 2000. Look at that lady look pretty hot right there. Oh yeah. That blondie right there. And Wolf. It's obviously a Columbia Pictures film. I don't know what's that doing in an Echo Bridge DVD here, but okay. Alright. Next one here is, this one's pretty neat right here. Broken, the unrated version, but you're going to like this. I also have the theatrical cut of Broken, believe it or not. I still have that. I had that since 2023. So, look what the slipcover does. How cool is that, honestly? You never see a slipcover like that. This is only exclusive to Broken, believe it or not. That's pretty cool, actually. So, yep. Renegade Worldwide movie. Released under the Dimension Extreme label. This is the unrated version of Broken. Very nice slipcover. You will never see a slipcover like that. Honestly. This is only exclusive to Broken, obviously, you know. There's the disc and the thing from eBay, and then the ad for the other ones right there. No One Can Save You. Broken makes Saw look like a children's film. Slasherpool.com. I agree with that. And the next one here is this one. I don't think no one has done the opening and closing to this here, but I will do it eventually, obviously, you know. So here we go. This is the director's cut of Hostel. It includes the all-new director's cut ending. I also have the original DVD, which is right there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This is the director's cut one. Screen Gems movie copies of Lionsgate, Next Entertainment, and Raw Nerve. This one's 18A. Since even though Lionsgate had the North American rights to Hostel 1 and 2, but however Screen Gems actually had the international rights. And for some weird reason on Hostel 2 DVD that's from Sony Pictures, obviously does not include the Screen Gems logo. I do not know why. I don't know why it does not include the Screen Gems logo. It only has the Lionsgate, Next Entertainment, Raw, Nerve logo, but no Screen Gems logo. If I can get the camera to focus. But, however, on the international version of Hostel 2, it does have the Screen Gems logo. And onto the Mill Creek DVDs, it does have the Screen Gems logo too for the second movie. So, yep. Very weird, huh? That the Sony Pictures DVD does not have the Screen Gems logo. Of the Hostel 2, obviously. There's the disc right there. This is also available on... Oops. Ooh! I dropped it. This is also available on Blu-ray. So, yeah, sorry if I dropped it. My mistake. Disc 1 and Disc 2 is the bonus disc. So, yep. Finally got this in my collection, obviously. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And the next one right here is another multi-pack. Lost Boys 3 film collection. This one's in this Love Hurts slipcover. I got this at Walmart for $10, believe it or not. Now, even though the first Lost Boys film was 14A in Canada, well, however, the 2 and 3 was 18A. The second one's unrated. It's pretty obvious. The first one was a Warner Brothers Pictures movie, and 2 and 3 are Warner Premiere movie codes of Thunder Road and Hollywood Media Bridge. And these ones are stacked, which, you know, people are not a fan of that, but yeah, it is what it is. There's the first Lost Boys right there, and the second one, and the third one. And get this slipcover back on. Yeah, sorry if this video is almost 30 minutes long now, because, you know, for obvious reasons. And now we get into the Blu-rays and then the one video game. So here we go. Now, you may remember, though, back in January of this year, I've had the double feature that has Cherry Falls and Terror Track. Well, I actually had this on DVD, but I decided to upgrade this on Blu-ray. Rogue Pictures movie codes of Industry Entertainment and Fresh Produced Company, released on Blu-ray by Scream Factory. I've heard rumors saying that Shout Factory is going out of business, obviously, which I don't know. I honestly don't know if that's true or not, but if it is true, which I'm still thinking, if Shout Factory is really going out of business, because I hope that's just a rumor, to be honest with you, because that'd be a shame, because they make good DVDs, obviously, enough. So, yep. Originally released by October Films right there under USA Films. Obviously now currently owned by Universal. There's the Blu-ray. And the artwork right there. How cool is that? This will be a pretty good Valentine's Day horror film, believe it or not. Wouldn't that be a good one for Valentine's Day? And the next one's another Blu-ray here that I got off eBay. Visible Scars. I also have the DVD to this movie. I also did the DVD opening and closing to this movie, obviously enough. This Blu-ray is obviously long out of print, and same for the DVD to Visible Scars. Released on Blu-ray by Echo Bridge. There's the Blu-ray disc. I actually tested this out on my PS5 Slim, and it works pretty good. So, yep. And last one here, before we get into the video game here, is a double feature Blu-ray. This one has Salvage and Toby Hooper's Mortuary. Now, Salvage was a off-Hollywood Pictures movie. However, Mortuary was an Echo Bridge movie, codes of D&K Screen Fund. Released on Blu-ray by Echo Bridge. And The special features are pretty much the same as the DVD releases, obviously. No really much difference, honestly. And here's the thing from eBay. There are the Blu-ray discs. And I believe these are obviously out of print now. Obviously, I think they're probably out of print because Echo Bridge, I don't even know if they're still there, honestly. Probably not, but you never know. And here's the last video game that I got. Well, this is my dad's video game. BioShock the Collection. This one has BioShock, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite. There's the first two, and then the third one. And I'll go ahead and have this UMD started here. This is Lords of Dogtown on PSP. Columbia Pictures movie, Groves of Lenson Films, and Center International. Also with TriStar Pictures, obviously. This is the only Columbia and TriStar film ever made, believe it or not. Which is pretty cool. And get the UMD out here. And there's the UMD right there, PSP right there. Put the camera down so I can get this back in there. And then I'll show that rose red one. Obviously, since Yep. I actually might show this here first, actually. No, this is actually pretty neat. This is actually a 3D printed, custom made lamp, which I'm going to show you what it actually looks like in just a second here. Since I obviously have their business card. It's in the rose red case. Which I'll go ahead and show this again. TV miniseries, originally aired on ABC in US, of course. And this movie is 254 minutes long, so around 4 hours long. This is a 2-disc set. Rose red. And it's in a red case, which is pretty cool. I'm never getting this off eBay. And here's their business card. Obviously, since I got this little lamp right there, which I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a second here. This is their business card, obviously. So, basically, they make tumblers. They make some tumblers and some. They make mouse pads and t-shirts, blankets, and all that. So, if you want to get yours custom made, here's the number right there. And their Gmail and Facebook and all that. So if you want to get like a custom made mouse pad like what I have, or a custom made tumbler, just tell them what picture you want. Depending on what picture that you want. If it's horror related, then have it like, say like this one right here for an example. Tell them if you want a picture of this horror one. And then they'll make it for you. So, yep. So, if you want a custom-made tumbler or car coaster, anything like that, or even like a 3D printed thing like that, just call them by their number right there. Tell them what you want, and they'll make it for you. And it's gonna be a little bit pricey, around like $10, $20, but it's actually worth it because I got the mouse pad for like what, $10. I think it was. I also got me a horror pin too, which I'm going to show. You know, I might actually show that actually. Just a second here. So, there's their business card. So, if you want to get if you want to like get your if you want to get your tumbler custom made or anything else custom made, there's their number right there. So, feel free to call that number, obviously. If you want to get your tumbler custom made, coasters, car coasters, and all that, there's their number, Gmail, and their Facebook. So, yep, go ahead and check them out on Facebook, obviously. They make some pretty neat stuff, so this is one of them right here. How cool is that? And I'm going to plug this in, show you all what it looks like here, so. Yep, let me pause the video right quick. see you all in just a second here. Let me go ahead and plug this in. I'm going to show you all just what it looks like. So, see you all in just a second. Alright, I'm back now, and you already see what it looks like. Let me turn the lights off for this. So, you ready? Look at that! How cool is that? It actually lights up, too. It's actually a 3D printed made little lamp. How cool is that? I actually got this at my flea market, obviously. This also comes with a remote here. Let's see, there it is. This also comes with a remote here that you can actually change the color. It's like mess around. Obviously, no. How cool is that? That looks pretty neat. So, yep. Well, I guess that's it for this video. So, oh yeah, I gotta show the pen, obviously. So, it's not done with the video yet. I gotta show the pen. So, I'll see you all in just a second here. Alright, I'm back now, and here's what the pen looks like. It's actually a little horror pen, which looks pretty cool. Around that same place right there. Here's the business card again. Yep, this pen I got, it's actually a red pen. Actually, it looks pretty cool. If it can focus, it probably won't focus, but this has some pretty good horror icons on there, that's for sure. So yep. Well, I guess I better go now. So yep. I guess see you all later on MovieBoyMeister's channel. So yep. That's the update here, and I guess I'll see you all later. Bye. And links down below in the description down below if you want to go ahead and check out my other channels down below. So yep. See you all later. Bye.